should be live streaming. Yes, we are. We are live streaming. Okay. Right. Just double check to make sure this is all working. We are indeed. Okay, right. So, I said I was going to do some live streams, so I'm going to do a live stream right now. So, I'm going to keep this on my channel. So, I'm going to be playing Doki-Doki Literature Club. Word of warning. From what I've been told, this game is not is not innocent. It's got mad reviews on Steam, really high positive reviews, but big warning, this is not suitable for children. If you have depression or anxiety, this game recommends you don't play it. So this is a bit of an intense game from what I can tell. I think obviously don't judge a book by its cover is clearly the main thing here, but let's see how this goes, because I've heard about this game enough, so I'm in. And if you're in the stream and you're watching, send something in the chat, because obviously I don't know who you are. It'd be good to see who's watching and just has people to talk to while I play. So let's do it. So why not? But yeah, again, I can't stress this enough. This is not suitable for children, apparently. So there we go. I've warned you, and I've done what I've been told to do. So here we go. Hello Bailey. Yeah, it's good, man. It's going good. I'm really enjoying it. So hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is going good in school. I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. Which just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. We're starting on high school. She would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I'm still better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm not going to do the Japanese voice. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Yes, you did. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say you were ignoring me. That's mean, George. Wow, what can I say? Well, if people stare at you acting weird and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. This is such basic anime, okay? This is such basic anime. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Haha. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the street, we become increasingly spectacled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, George, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Yeah, that sounds about right. I haven't been looking either. Oh, that's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Zoe likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Damn, this is like real life. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn to socialise or have any skills before college. Yep, true story. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I will promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate anything inside of her head. Okay, the school day is an ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Even today, that's still relevant. Clubs. Sorry, wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I had no choice but to start with the anime club. Good club. Yo, nice to see you, Innocent. How's it going? Hello. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry? Yeah. There is no way I'm going to your club. Like, I'm being cruel, man, not gonna lie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Good club. Good choice of club, people. Join the Literature Club if you have a Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of VP. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Well, that's just not true. If we're talking about my enjoyment on literature, yeah, literature's awesome. Read books, people. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Also a good choice of club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday they were bringing a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Well, if there's cupcakes, I'm definitely there. Don't make your promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yep. Yep. This better not just be a game where I'm just clicking. Like, I'm hoping there's things that I can actually actively do in this, because at the moment all I'm doing is reading and clicking. So not digging it particularly so far, but hey, it had the reviews, so it must be good. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yeah, but that's a good, there's worse things to sell your soul for. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year class and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Bang. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about me. It's just a clicker? I could be streaming something so much more interesting. This better blow my mind, is all I'm gonna say. Seriously, poor boy, way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, this is gonna be such a haram as well. Ah, George, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. This is gonna be such an haram. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry, Natsuki. At least give me like options in which I can say, like, this is just me clicking. A small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Should play Raft. I wish I was playing something a bit more. I'm telling you, this better be intense. Like, this better blow my world. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear and turns back to the girl. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right, it's great to see you again, George. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably... I'm going to put as many dumb answers as possible. As soon as answers become a thing, I'm going to be... Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go with this... playing this properly. At this rate, I'd be begging just for multiple choice. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. This is such a teenage game. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little, you too, Monika. Come sit down, George. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make you tea as well? They have tea here? Yeah, could you imagine if English schools were like this, where you had clubs where they allowed students to make tea? Can't trust kids with hot water. Can't trust kids with cold water, let alone hot water. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sarah mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monika, one space to Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri talk to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward when I sit next to Sayori. I didn't even get the choice of who I sit next to. Ah, stupid. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Especially at English school, you'd have thought, like, yeah, tea should just be given. A given. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, a little piece of chocolate we used to make ears. So cute. I don't even want a picture of the cupcakes would have been nice. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Aha, well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first and Monika finds it's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I'm going to go to settings real quick because I need to turn this music down. This is killing me. This is... Sayori talks her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Okay, I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking at the best angle and take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice the sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. My ears are saved. Dude, I'm wearing like, yeah. I'm like, you can tell that the live streaming is new to me. The fact that like I've just had music blaring. Alright, I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Ooh, she carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. Yo, your teachers trust you too much. In no way I'm trusting any student with a tea, with a kettle or tea or anything. Like, not happening. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Well, that's true. Don't you let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh, that's not... Oh, you're doing better than I did. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. I can see... Do you know what? I'm starting to understand why this is a literature club, because this is just reading. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Because I love literature. Fact. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any club. Let me choose what I say. Come on, game. Like, let me have a choice here. Well, make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Now, see, this is something that they should definitely bring into more British schools, is clubs that are orientated around the students, in that the students get budget, they have to dictate where that budget goes, you know, they have to make it a success. Like that, it would. How much better would that be for students to have that opportunity? I'm trying to learn the tab for the music. And if it encourages others to get in literature, then fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in the agreement, though I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. There's an anime club now? Damn. See, now, I would be attending... Oh, wait. Who is running anime club, though? I have an idea. I'm going to see if I got it right, though. I'm not going to say who. I just want to see if I got it right. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Like literature, you have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. So here's... Yes, of course it's Mr. Door. I was thinking there's no other teacher that I know that would be doing that. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. What do you do at Anime Club? Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, George, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, okay. Give me a choice here. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Brilliant. What anime are you watching? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Nasuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? You're saying that reading books is good, man. Come on. Promote it. 4 people in watching right now. 5 people. Hello all. Right in the chat. Let me see who you are. Mr. is simply is a simp for Gojo. I spoke about thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her thinker. My favourite is usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. Definitely read books, people. And she's right. Like, there's a lot of pleasure to get out of a book. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? If that isn't foreshadowing, then I don't know what is. That is 100. Okay, so yeah, freaky stuff's gonna happen. That's cool. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Bingo, there we go. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something I can relate to the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But it's a story that makes me think or takes me to another world, and I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. It's only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. So do I. Oh, why is that? Well, Nasuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. Dude, you have a right to be afraid of horror, man. Like, horror is terrifying. Unless it's well written. So, like, you take something like The Shining, an amazing horror film, but things like, The Conjuring and stuff that just relies on jump scares, it's terrifying. I know that's films, but same thing. Well, not really the same thing, but there we go. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nasuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Nasuki, you write your own poems. Oh, well, I apologies for the lack of accent. I'm not gonna sit here start trying to do a Japanese voice. Oh well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Nasuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Nasuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Anyone is a student, take that into consideration. Like, maybe there is stuff to learn from this. Do I feel like I'm going to regret saying that very soon? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Nasuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nasuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, George? I love how they're all called like Monica, you've got Yuri, and then it's just me, George. Like the most English name. Like, in like this Japanese saying. I'm the English exchange student. Hello. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Damn, they all were not happy with that. All 4 girls still back at me, dejected eyes. Oh, snap. Oh, bruh, you have deflated every single one of them. Story of my life. I'm defenseless against these girls. Oh, don't be a simp, man. Anime club is calling with Mr. Dawes, man. You do not need to be doing literature club. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh, you're such a simp. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yeah, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, hey, hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Language. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Can I make an active choice now? I would really appreciate to not just click in the spacebar all the time. Okay, everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. George, look forward to seeing you how you express yourself. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel like anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Yuri clean up their food. Oh, come on, man. Hey, George, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Sure, I'm going that way anyway. That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed up after school. Sure, might as well. Yay. Well, yeah, I'm going the same way. I just go for the cupcakes. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, just go for the cupcakes. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to be at this. Oh, this is such a simpy game. This better get so hardcore, like weird that like I want my mind to be blown. And at the moment, I'm just clicking a space bar. With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Ugh. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Cool. Can I write the poem? It's time to write a poem. Yes! Okay, cool. Right, finally, something I can actively do. Pick words that you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, cool. Right. Oh. Okay, let's definitely throw depression in there. God damn, man. This is... Okay, what do we do? In fact, I'll ask you guys, what do I do? Do I go with all of, like, the happy... Well, I went with depression. From now on, do I go with, like, all the happy stuff, or do I go with all of the, like, dark, deep stuff? You tell me. Sad. Bunny. Okay, I'll go bunny. 100% go bunny. Depression bunny. So, sad. Oh, we don't do this individually. Just give me an idea. What do we want? We want... So, we've got... choose words Sayori would like. I don't know what she'd like, though. Flee. Entropy. Yeah, no way. Yes, we'll go with entropy. Okay. I tell you what. You just throw. First one I see, I'll pick it. Go. Like first ones on every one, I just click them. Go. You guys are slow typers. Yeah, we did entropy. We need another one. Strawberry, done. Next one. This is going to take forever. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. We're getting some now. I like Disown. I think that's quite a good one. Disown. Let's go with that. Disown. This is... Pain. Pain. You. Everyone with pain. Everyone with pain. Sticky. Yeah, it's got to be done. I love. This is a good chat. It seems like everyone is on the same page. So this works. Okay, this is good. Nibble. Is that on there? Nibble's not on there. Sticky nibble. Shiny. You gotta be quicker, guys. I'm just literally picking the first one I see. I already know which one I'd go on this one. Incapable, that's not even on here. Discord. That's not. Smile. A depressive smiling bunny. 2 for Marshmallow. We'll go with Marshmallow. That was the one I was going to pick anyway. Okay, that was the first 10. I think just to make this quicker, I will fly through these last ones just so we've got a good mix. So I think we'll go with milk because milk. Yeah. Everyone with milk. Milk. We'll go with. We'll go with hopeless. We'll go with universe. We'll go with. Cage. We'll go with contamination. We'll go with puff. Or poof. We'll go with massacre. Lust. Everyone just saying milk. Lazy, nightgown, and let's go with a nice one. Let's go with cute. Why not? Let's see how that turned out. Oh, God knows what poem I wrote. Jesus. Hi again, George. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. No, don't worry. Not yet, anyway. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping me your promise, George. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Owned. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Manga is literature. I would agree. It has a lot of pictures, but it's pretty good. Sweetly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. George always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh, you simp. I wish I had like a thing that every time there was a simp moment, just alarms would go off. How come you and George can become good friends? How come you and George can become good friends too? Oh. It's so simpy. This is the whole milk is elite. Oh, I remember the days of semi-skimmed. Never again. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she puts me in. She puts me into. Oh, Yuri, you even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Why is that something she's, like, shy about? Like, bruh, like, what's the... Like, surely that's the idea of it. Like, red cap is the best. Get out of here. Red cap is water, but white. It's just white water. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. For you, well, you can read it at your own pace. Can we get to the poem, please? I want to know what my poem was. Never. No one gets banned here. We're all allowed free opinions, whether or not we believe them to be right or not. Oat milk, good for the planet, yo. Oat milk is pretty elite, not gonna lie. Like, if you've never had oat milk, try it. Like, it genuinely is life-changing. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheesy conversation in the corner. Yuri's face already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh, I need Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Okay, you looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. Oh, damn, she's angry. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. Chill out, man. What's the point in keeping your collection organised? Someone else is just going to mess it up. Oh, yeah, I know. God, life sucks, huh? Natsuki slides a bunch of stat books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Bruh, yes, you... Manga is one of those things you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. I don't know how Japanese culture works, but like I'm pretty confident that in British culture, if you like manga, you just say that you like manga. Like, you know, it's manga. Manga's pretty cool. My entire chat is just discussing milk. Like, legit. Forget this game. Let's just talk about milk, man. Let's just talk about milk like that. What is going on? Oh dear. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one box book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I think there's more irritating things than that. Like, you know, red top milk. That's pretty irritating. Going to someone making you a cup of tea and they have the audacity to pull out the red top milk. No, not having it. I get a close look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That's probably mean it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you the one thing, George. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. And again, foreshadowing. Yes. This is... Yeah, can we just get to the nitty gritty? Because I'm really nervous that this is going to be like a whole hour of this. And then we're going to get there. I mean, I don't know how much build up we got to get to, but this better be impactful. Because I'm literally playing this for the shock value. Because at the moment, the Steam reviews, I'm not I'm not particularly like with it at the moment. Audacity to add milk in the first place. Red milk, more vitamins in it. What is this? Why of all the things did that? Which is the fact everyone's talking about milk. Oh dear. Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What, you are? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Oh, for God's sake. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Could you imagine if this is how people genuinely, like, converse? Like, I mean, you know, it's been over a decade since I was a teenager, but it was never like this. This is so over the top. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. Simp! It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space where she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, which much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typically slice of life affair. Slice of life. Slice of life are, in my opinion, probably one of the better animes. The ones that are based on, you know, life. Or fantasy. Anything beyond that, I'm really not that interested. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make me, to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, saying that, this hasn't got a plot so far. I'm losing the plot. This is so underwhelming. Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps us to get to know the characters, and besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hee. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? You are? Next time I do a live stream, I think I'm gonna I think next time I do a live stream, I'm gonna get a webcam, just because I'm really I feel like I'm lacking in that side of things. Natsuki, why is everyone saying nut milk? What is going on? Natsuki gives me a little shove. Noshin, I would believe so. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Okay, I think we're going to change it up a little bit. This is kind of getting very repetitive, so I think I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start going with a bit more voice acting. We're going to bring out the drama skills right now. So here we go. Oh God, already I'm nervous. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Oh, this is me talking. Oh my God, I've already messed it up. Holy hell. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? I was going to give her an American accent. I switched halfway there. Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't. What am I doing? I can't even bring it up with without them being all like, oh, you still haven't grown up, grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Hardcore. Oh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess this is hitting me real hard. I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. Oh, they know me. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. I can imagine bobbing up and down. Do a Japanese accent. Captain Nico was kind of a jerk about it. Oh, I just can't win, can I? There you go. That's just not too bad. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Yeah. I just get like 5 different wigs. Just try to change them like as I do the voices. So, Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuko starts laughing. I totally forget why that happens. Well, she sounds awful. If Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it's great, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Clip it! Clip it! Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that Natsuki for whom is a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, new voice. Okay, everyone! Oh, are you all ready with today's poems? This is as far as I get with women's voices. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry! I just need... I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monika just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. That's really bad grammar. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I did indeed, and I wrote it with amazing people. Yeah. my relaxation ends. I can't believe I go do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? This is someone different. I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically put out their poem. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Nasiki and Yuri reluctantly comply, as well as reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Right, let's see this poem. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? Who are we thinking? So we've got Sayori, who's like, amazing! We've got Natsuki, who's like, hey, she talks like this. We got Yuri, who we haven't done a voice for yet, so she could be like, hi, I'm Yuri, and this is how I sound. And then we've got Monika, who's like, hello everyone, because those are the only voices I've got. Okay, well, I was going to say everyone's going Yuri. We have one person who's very adamant that I do it to Yuri. Any others, or is it we just going with Yuri? I don't really know what to do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a voice actor. Or a canteen lady. Canteen lady, definitely. We will go with, we've got Monika, Yuri. Someone give me one more to be a decider. No, I'm going with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Okay, let's go. Alright, this is, okay, we're reading it to the leader of the gang. Okay, so, I feel like we should change your voice, but I really don't know what to. I'll forget it. Hi, George! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you've ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Absolutely. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. I don't even know what this poem is, so I'm ready. Oh, she's emo. Don't worry, George. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have Monika my poem. I like it, George. Well, what's there not to like? It's about depressed bunnies. It's got milk in it. I mean, literally called the poem the Depressed Milk Bunny. That was my poem name. Yeah, it's a lot cuter than I expected. Okay. Ahaha. Oh, geez. No! It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Okay. I will, if you say so. Fair enough. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? No, I haven't. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny and endearing, or even sad, and sometimes are only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I haven't got my glasses on, I've just realised. I see. So you're saying that Nasiki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Why do we have to pick Monica? I'm sick of this voice already. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyone who's just joined, I apologise. You've missed out on everything. Basically, welcome. We're playing Doki-Doki Literature Club, which is a game that has got massive ratings on Steam, and apparently is not for the faint-hearted. At the moment, though, I feel like the faint-heartedness just comes from the fact of making it through this far and having to deal with all of the simpiness. But we're getting there, so. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident as someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Okay, let's read this. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. Let's do some English teaching stuff here. So from this, if this was a poem that was given to me, honestly, I mean, we have good elements of caesura being used here. So she uses a lot of caesuras in her writing, where she's putting full stops before the end of the sentence. We have this is her poem. She has, she's used no, except for here, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. She's used a metaphor here, but there is no simile. Yeah, there's adjective. She's got caesura. She doesn't use commas, which is interesting. So everything ends in short sentences. Interesting. 1 comma here. I wouldn't be massively impressed if someone gave me this as a poem. Oh no, she did use a simile. I didn't lie. I mean, she's used good English technique. I give her that. I don't know if I particularly like the actual content of it, like in terms of what the poem is supposed to be about. That's... It's okay. It's okay. Good caesuras, good use of literature techniques, metaphor, simile, adjective, not really much else. No personification, no use of enjambment, no use of really, like, you know, stanzas. It's just one whole stanza. So yeah, it's okay. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. It's crap. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of... Oh, sorry, voice. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It's not a very good style. Switch it. Don't do it. You've got no stanzas. You've got no real... it's just no meat to it. It's just a very blah poem. That is a lot of... do you know what? I'm not even going to do her voice. I can't be bothered. That is a lot of poems. That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Okay. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something done on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Well, that's not a writing technique. That's just obvious. Come on. So just your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Hello everyone. 11 people. Oh wow. I mean, it's me. Like, oh wow, 11 people. But damn, man. Like, I'll take 11 people, 10 people at double digits, like, in a live stream. Thank you. Like, I appreciate you all coming and watching me play such a strange game so far. But just so people know, for future points, we are going to be doing other games. We are currently playing New World, which you see I did a test stream on. Playing a lot of Diablo, which I'd like to do kind of a guide through. So I might do that one evening or over a series of evenings, but I'm aware that most of the people that are watching are probably not available until, well, it's currently nearly 10 o'clock my time, so I think this is probably a good time to do these. But yeah, so who should I show my poem to next? There was a big shout for Yuri, so we'll just go with Yuri. Okay. We will do Yuri's voice. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why? What? I nearly did her voice for me. Why'd you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess they might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Oh god, this game is going to be so hard to get through. At some point, I genuinely might just start spamming and going through it. But then I'm going to miss the whole, like, fun of it. So I guess we can't do that. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's not something else you can be blamed for. I'm not doing the voice anymore, I'm sick of it. I can't read properly and I need to get through this because this is actually killing me. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Right. Ghost Under the Light. I'll dropkick Yuri. Reminding me of when the big Jacksepticeye played it. Not gonna lie, Jacksepticeye, actually, I saw him play this, which is kind of why I was like, maybe I should live stream it. I didn't, but I only watched, like, the beginning. If I didn't realise it was going to be just this read-through-y, I probably would have picked something a bit more engaging. Ghost of the Lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last year to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It's quite a good poem. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. You should have made me seen the last one. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Simp. Simp. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since our first time showing, I wanted something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, George. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Linger in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy to think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I used to stream. I'm currently using NVIDIA that come with the graphics card that I'm using. So I'm using a 3070 graphics card, and then with that came the GeForce experience. So I'm just using that to stream onto here. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Right, we're gonna go Natsuki because everyone tells me I should speak to her. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki reads the poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poem. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. Damn, she likes her poem. Hell yeah, it's because it's a good poem. Who wouldn't like the depressed milk bunny? Best poem ever. Natsuki's retort gets enough in her throat. Oh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-impatient. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Go fine, I guess, only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I mean, if a student came and gave me this, you know, no punctuation, no simile, no metaphor, no technique whatsoever, right, you're getting an A star, because this is exactly what as a teacher wants, because it means that you can literally go cool, tick, and move on. Don't submit kind of this work to your teachers, and don't tell them that I said that either, please. I would rather not have angry teachers on me. But yeah, this is awful. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. On the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it a full flat on purpose. That again would not work well in a class. Do not do that, okay? Like that does not work well. Like even if you told your teacher that you did that on purpose, they're not buying it. That doesn't work. Don't do it. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm a good person. Last person, Sayori. This is a good poem, George. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy you would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now, not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, George. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. No, but you are for making me come here. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Yuri. I'm not sure if Yuri sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too. Okay, good, last poem. Let's get on with it. Dear Sunshine. Oh, what a lovely name. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub my eyes, the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Okay, I like this poem. This is a good poem. Like, stanza, you've got Caesura, you have personification. This is a good poem. I like this one. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you just wait until the morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Oh yeah, the fact that she said sleepy though, yeah, kind of sucks. I kind of also want breakfast too, you know. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Hell yeah, good breakfast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Well, yeah, it's true. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe, this was so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Cool, right. Can freaky stuff now happen, please? I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if anyone is judging me for my mediocre writing, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayora and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange... I accidentally clicked. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism of something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant that language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh my god. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. This is such drama. It's a poem. Like, get over it. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and George did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ugh! And George liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh snap! Music stopped as well. Oh. Why do they all hate each other but have an after school club together? That's a good point. I'm more concerned as to why the music randomly stopped. I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, the music started again! I thought it was going to be some intense stuff. That's not what it's just so simpy. Maybe you're just jealous that George appreciates my... Maybe you just George appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Ah, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Damn, these guys hate each other. It was if I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Go on, Sayori, save the day. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs oh my god, yo, what the hell's going on? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as George started showing up. What is happening? What? What is this? Yo. Nasuki, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was just standing there. George, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Disgusting! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, George. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex You're Japanese, though. Your language is different to mine. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings for the most effective. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, George? Why are you making me decide? Oh, my days. How did I get dragged in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, snap. Okay. Okay, right. People, help me out. Bit of an argument going on. Natsuki, the small, petite, cute girl, with Natsuki, the taller, and maturer student. Which one are we backing? Or we could just chicken out and fully just ask for Sayori to help us. But chat, you go. I'm waiting on you. So whoever comes in first at this point. Chat, anyone, please help me, because I don't know what to do and I don't want to make the wrong choice here. You guys are no help at all. Alright. We got a reply. Nunya says Yuri. We're gonna back Yuri. Social economic problems. Well, let's do it. We're gonna back Yuri. Pick the top one. Pick the top. Hey, they were the first person. They told me to pick the top one. We'll go with the top one. Okay, music's gone again. Yuri, you're really talented. Oh well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain and attempt to back myself. I think that conveying feelings with words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha, shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's used whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism could lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Ah? Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologise for me. We should have totally backed the other girl, man. Like, this girl did me head in. I don't think it matters who I picked with, man. They're both. awful people. Nasuki takes a breath. The thing about Nasuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Nasuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Manika look away. Humph. Anyway, the thing about your boob. Oh my God's sake. The thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Great. Mitsuki looks away, avoiding contact with anyone. You're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I heard that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, George. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around we got a little too used to. Ahahaha. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we all should relax a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you could take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. What about? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Aha, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hehe. Can we go home now, please? In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. When I say it was worth it, it was alright, well, mostly. George, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more of the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. George, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Well, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, that's really the first time I've seen that fight like that. Promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew, you know, George, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you along with everyone, that makes me the happiest, and I think everyone likes you too. That's a hee. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Or just, dude, the character I'm playing is such a simp, man. Like, legit, just like all he's thinking about is, can I, like, is the end goal, or like that he wants to be with someone. Ridiculous. Once this stops, I will read chat. Apologies. Sometimes okay. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, cool. Right. Let's read chat very quickly. I keep receiving things about a Discord. No, I'm not going to be up for a Discord. That isn't something I would like to do. You know, if you want to, the only time I'm going to be available is anytime I'm doing a live stream. Absolutely, you can message me. You can message me here, but I don't want to do. I don't want to do a Discord. That's kind of more of a. Yeah, that's. Yeah, no, I'm happy to do this. But I hope everyone's well. How is everyone doing? Very quickly. There's 7 of us here. How's everyone going? The thing that I find most interesting so far is clearly the fact that, you know, it's trying to know who people are because of the names, and in some ways I quite like that I don't know who people are. Kind of makes it more anonymous now, but yeah, it's good to see people are doing well. Qatar's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, obviously if you haven't seen any of my videos yet, obviously other than this, you should definitely check them out. And again, if you subscribe. Be good to have people on board. You know, it's nice to have people keeping up to date with what I'm doing and trying to do a lot of nice things, and got some more stuff hopefully coming out this week, so got some nice plans. I'm glad GCSEs are going well. I wonder how's my if anyone knows, how's my form doing? Oh, my X form. I do miss them a lot. And it's just crazy to think that you're all GCSE students now. Thanks, it's good to see I've got some avid viewers. Have you watched Squid Game? I have watched Squid Game, yeah. It was awesome. Your form's chill, that's good. Good. If they haven't, it all got split up into different forms. That is so depressing. But then also not a bad thing. You know, I'm kind of glad that, you know, that they're kind of following on from their own thing, so. Well, you watched Squid Game? Yeah, I watched Squid Game. Oh, I told you I'd watch it. And it was thoughts on it. It was really good. The first 4 episodes were really interesting. I really enjoyed the first 4, just the intensity and also the games as well that they play. I thought were really cool. I felt like after the 4th episode, it starts to fall off a little bit. And then it kind of brings it back again. And then it kind of, at the ending, I mean, it was a good ending. But, episode 6. Now, interestingly, I was going to say that, like, the first 4 episodes were really good. Then the 5th episode was kind of meh. 6th episode was really good. And then, yeah, it just kind of, like, fell off. But, yeah, Ali is definitely my favourite. He was my favourite. That really bummed me out, like, beyond belief, like, with Ali. Like, just because of how he went as well, like, that was so depressing. I absolutely hated the guy for that. But also the main character. I really like the main character. But yeah, just in terms of the character of Ali, I really liked, and I just, man, like, his wife and his child, like, oh, killer, man, killer. I think what we're gonna do is, I've been streaming now for a fair while. I think what we might do is kind of wrap this up. What I'm going to probably do is I'll probably play a bit more of this tomorrow, as well as stream something else. I might stream some more New World, or I might show Diablo 2, unless people want me to carry on. If people want me to carry on, I'll keep going. I'm happy to do that for another couple of, like, for maybe another half an hour, but I think I'm going to limit it after that, because I don't particularly want to, you know, I'm happy to roll this out over the week, but if people want me to carry on, then I'll carry on. But if not, then thanks, comfort streamer, that's so sweet, thank you. Do I continue or not? That's the thing. Bailey Barnes. Sorry, Bailey. Very quickly, just give me a quick in the chat, please. If you want me to carry on for another half an hour, I'll do that. If not, then I'll just give it a leave. And we'll continue tomorrow. That's a yes from Nunya. Everyone trying to guess who everyone is. continue. Business wants me to continue. Carry on. England is that one guy. I am England. Cool. Yeah, well, we'll do another half an hour. Forget it. England is Mr. Brown. No, I don't believe that. That would be hilarious if it is. But yeah, we'll play another half an hour. We'll play another half an hour. Then we're gonna call it. Then we'll call it. Then we'll give it a break, and then we'll go from there. So let's do this. Right, last part. We'll. There's too many Mr. Browns now. I am Mr. Brown. If you're Mr. Brown, tell me something that only I would know. That only I would know. That Mr. Brown would know. Something that he's talked to me about in the past. Because I could think of something. But I don't think you... if you can't, then I don't believe you. The 6'4" monster. Definitely not Mr. Brown. 100%. Yeah. I don't think so. Right, here we go. We'll go with bubbles. We'll go with... We'll just go with water. We've got to go with... Contamination. We'll go with... Boop. We'll go with... Nature. Oh, okay, I just realised. If you pick a word that these guys... they jump. Okay, gotcha. So at the moment, it's all Yuri, the words I'm picking at the moment. Wow. Okay. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Let's go. Okay. Let's see how this day goes. It's got a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. In the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, George. Yo, Sorori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get in a good mood, but I guess Sorori, simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Rejected. Get turned down. Get yeeted. That's not like you at all. I have many reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Yuri? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Aha. Yo, was she going to try and take money out of me? This gold digger. How dare you? This girl, man. I can see right through you. I know what you're up to. That's not fair. Get out. It's not fair that you're trying to make money off me. You need to get on to business. Business has got the money. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming in the club. So either... Depending on who you go for, you get a special cutscene. Okay, so either you're not hungry and want an excuse to walk out, or you're planning to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so that will lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. Well, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Aha, Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening to you or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell George to let me borrow some money. She's literally trying to extort me for money. What is this girl's problem, y'all? Don't get me involved like that. Yeah, good. You stay out, right? It's got nothing to do with you. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Absolutely. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough. Retribution. Ah, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Hehe, don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing to the club before she even told me, but you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh. What the hell? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow, what was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ha 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 ha, I was just going to give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. No, Natsuki, that's so nice of you. Get slapped with a cookie. Bang! Imagine having to tell other people you're cool. Just imagine your name being so. We need to get Sayori cancelled on Twitter. Oh dear. Yo, chat, you need to chill out, man. Like, none of that. Please, calm down. I don't really need, like, this kind of conversation going on in my chat, please. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Show good. Oof. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going for a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets her out of the seat and goes by Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori then leaps down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. But we all thought you was off with your fella, to be honest. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You should have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. I would agree. I would love to learn piano. 100%. That would be awesome. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, George. Yo, these girls are so simpy, man. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you came... Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Good question. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Dude, you should pressure her, man. Like, girl's hiding something. This is poggers. This is the most PogChamp game, man. Catch me doing Doki-Doki Literature Club MLG. I'll definitely start reading it soon, I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I bet you have a squishy face. It's kind of squishy. If that was aimed at me anyway. But then haven't we all got squishy faces? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school, moves in with her long lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who she trusts. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark came out of nowhere. Again, more and more foreshadowing, man. Like, who did you record music video for? Was it a project? Oh, good question. The music video is not that is on the channel that you can see. It was a video that I made for a friend. Oh man, I can't even remember how far back now. But yeah, I just he made his own song. And that was out in the US. So when I went out and visited him, I was like, "You should just make a music video." So that's what we did, and that was it. And I liked it. So there you go. I just thought I'd leave it there. So check it out. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, George? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories that challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Kind of. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, dude, okay, like, my guy is simping too hard. Like, dude, she's boring. Like, she's boring. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget paying attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Yeah, I like the song. I thought it was an okay song. Yeah. Is this like COD? Yes. It's exactly like COD. I'm literally... I'm super close to calling in an airstrike. So just bear with, and we'll get that soon. Didn't mean to sound shady. Sorry, yeah. No, it's good. It's a good song. I liked it. I like it. If you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. It's a good song. Watch my music video. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right away. You don't have to. Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, it looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? See you later, Liam. Have a good day, buddy. I really don't, yeah. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this is, I have to say, I give it this, the art style is really nice in this. I mean, this shot in particular is very well drawn. I really like this. We've huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. See if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, that eyes me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own variation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of your own mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but George, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that. It's kind of cute. Simp! Simp! What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Saved by the bell. I think it's about the time we share today's poems with each other. Oh, God. This is so torturous. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Okay. Yuri exhales sped. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand of the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright? I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up and make a mental note of where I left in the book and slip it back into my bag. Just get a bookmark, dude. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, we'll just... just maybe bang my head, sorry. Okay, we will do Yuri's first, because we've been talking with her. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? George, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to... Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. So, the poem I wrote, I seem to get a lot of her little mini person. When you click on the things. Her person seemed to jump up a lot. So, I'm assuming that means that she really digs the poem that we wrote. Oh, I wrote. But, well, yeah. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even our hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think that she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Always share your writing, guys. Fun fact. If you write something, Share it, man. Share it with people. You can only get better if you share. You don't know if it's good if you don't share it. Even your close friends. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you, cool. The raccoon. Interesting. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The noon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Oh god, she's talking about the knife a lot. That very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I merely projected my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we're getting quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. Not much of a poem, but she references the cutting knife a lot. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it to face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? But because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, George? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. Very true. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. Also very true. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright, we'll go to Natsuki next. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Ah, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Hey! No need for that. What's that about? I ain't dead weight. I'm straight up lovable. This girl, man. But think of it this way. If I weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Good, juxtaposition here from like this kind of negative to positive. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders, that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad, and Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me, she likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross, that's why I'm not friends with her. This is actually really interesting. Call an airstrike and that'll sort her out. Yeah, I'll call the dogs on her. What are your thoughts on spiders? I hate spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. So I kind of get her, but from what I'm assuming with this poem, hang on. Amy has a lot of friends. Always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm going to tell everyone. So what I like about this, metaphorically, is the fact that you know, in terms of poetry, it's, you know, it is what it is. But the idea that you know, other than the first stanza, you've got all this positive imagery about Amy, positive imagery about Amy, and positive imagery about Amy, and more positive imagery about Amy. However, regardless of what she is like in terms of, you know, she thinks she's got a good voice, or the fact that she's helpful, or the fact that she's you know, kind to people, or whatever, ultimately she's still being judged on something that I forget the character's name, but she's still judging her on the fact that she doesn't like spiders, which you then could look at as a metaphor, as the fact that we as individuals, you know, we judge people on things that maybe aren't worth judging them. Like, at the end, it's gross, she's gross, the world is better off without spider lovers, despite the fact that she's a kind, helpful, talented, popular person. But the main judgment here is that there's something that they disagree with, and therefore she doesn't want to be friends with her. Which I think in modern times is definitely something that we do. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks mine. That doesn't matter. It could be about anyone. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people feel stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn respect of others, like they're about weird things. Oh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you, that people should make each other feel shouldn't make people feel insecure about these things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. If Zuki has trouble finding words, I guess she try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviours and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday, but the way you put it sounds like she's learned a lesson. Well, I would say so, even if her writing style is really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like the writing unless it's a good message. Blah, 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 blah. Get on with it. Monica. Hi again, George. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Are winning? I hope so. Are you winning, son? I have no idea. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give him a... Alright, great job, George. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both for allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyse all the nuances. It can take years of practice, but I'm assuming Yuri has this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning new things. But anyway, yeah, give me your poem. Save me. Save me. Jesus. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. That noise, it won't stop. violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What the hell? Why did she write that all the way down the bottom of the page? Okay, I wasn't expecting this one from her. Like, this is probably the weirdest one yet. Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one. Bruh, it's mega abstract. It's kind of sus. Sus. Yeah, kind of. Kind of sus. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing on my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Aha, sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem could be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Okay. I'm just going to save just because I feel like that was a... I feel like... Have I learned any Arabic? I have been learning some Arabic. I'll give you a very basic one. So, in order to say thank you, you just simply say shukran. If you wanted to go into very deep Arabic, I can... I've been learning some of the Quran. So I can read almost in Arabic. I can do the beginning of the opening chapter of the Quran. So that would, I could do that very quickly. That would be, oh, I don't need to take time actually real quick. That would be, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim, Maliki Amal-Din, Iyaka Nabudu wa Iyaka Nasta'in Dina As-Sirat Al-Mustaqim. There, that is Arabic. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Are you converting to Islam? We are studying Islam and kind of indulging in what Islam is about. But we haven't converted. We are just studying. Bless up. Bless up. Oh dear. Why don't you start giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Good. That's an example of an oxymoron. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Yuri. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, George. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottles on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night more dreams, friend after friends more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed, my empty shelf could use some more, my friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and come in, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Well, these last two poems have been kind of messed up, not gonna lie. Holy crap, Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that, it's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind, I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better as well. Writing is like magic. I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Aha! Don't get ahead of yourself. So much foreshadowing. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it more than a week later. English teachers love this game. Absolutely. So, good question. This game is rated... So the reason I'm playing this game is because this was really highly rated on Steam. And I've heard it's got quite a cult following. And I know that there's supposed to be like some very dark twists in this. Now, I understand I'm seeing that so far with the poetry. But apparently it gets very, very dark. Very, very... like all of a sudden just turns. So that's kind of why we're playing it. But we're not really seeing that yet. I haven't seen that yet. So yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Waiting for the dark twist. Yeah, me too. But I'm thinking that that's probably going to have to come another day. Because I think I've been playing for nearly 2 hours now, and we still are just in this progression side of things, so I don't think I can do another day, because obviously it's like 11 o'clock my end. But I am really excited to see the twist. And apparently we're now having to do a poetry performance at a school fair, which is fun, fun, fun. I'm sorry, I haven't even been reading, I'm just clicking through at this point. So yeah, basically from what I'm just reading is that they have to do a club, they have to do a thing at a fair, they have to do a poetry reading, and everyone's kind of like, I don't want to do that. Guys, no Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago, so I had to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start that event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire us to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone who literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons and having fun. That's right, and it's these reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share this with other people to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know we all do, and if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. Don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. If I had a camera right now, I would have looked deep into the camera because there is so much foreshadowing. Oh, I know. I'm as like, believe me, I was expecting a lot more sinister stuff to have happened by now, but the fact that we are just sitting here clicking, I've been sitting here clicking and reading for 2 hours. I could have been reading something else. So what I'll do is when I finish this, when this day ends, I'll let you guys know what the plan is. Okay, so she then stands at the podium, tells us the way they fly. Here, click on more than that. Info is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind. Is this something she's done before? Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri's expression on her face. I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smile. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. Just having to set a good example. Are you ready to get me? So I'll go next. Keeping her head down, she walks over. The poem is called Yuri actually glanced at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. She's only putting so much effort in. Yuri gets past the couple of lines, the verse changes. Almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Poems full of twists and turns. There must be a red glimpse of the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back in reality and glances around as she worded herself. So to me, say this at first, start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we don't applaud for her. We were caught off guard, so we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Thank you for sharing. Go for it. My meadow. She's struggling. Poem is Amos and cheery. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Good. Okay, who's next? It's not Suiki. Okay, I'm doing my poem out loud. I recite it. Sorry, I'm not as good as anyone. Don't worry about it. I think it's less about your abilities, more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time. Alright, let's just use Natsuiki. She goes up. It's called Jump. One chords. That was bad. Wasn't that bad? Good. As you can tell now, this is me just fully going through it. Pick a poem and I've practiced for the festival. Good, I should probably find some other poems to recite. Okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up. As for the festival, Monday's the big day. I can't wait to do this. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay George, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. And we're on our way home. I walk home with Sayori. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori, sorry I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier, like how we get to, sorry if I was with a word. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? Ah, simp! What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. If I was asked, if Yuri asked me to walk home with her, would I agree? Well, okay, I know for a fact, right? Yeah, I know. It's well time for Isha. It's 11. Should have been doing it ages ago, so I need to finish this thing. Well, the thing is, this is what I'm saying. In Japanese culture, the idea of walking home with someone, like in anime, it's always like this is a big deal. But then, like, to me, I'm like, if someone said, "Oh, I'm walking that way, can I walk with you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I? So, I would walk home. Yeah, I would walk home with you. Yeah, I just would. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Oh, it's so simp. Oh, okay. I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialise, it would feel awful turning her down. So isn't she so beautiful and smart? That's nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you, Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Everything is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you, if you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. Bruh, I'm walking home with someone. You need to chill out, man. Like, if there's something that making her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? And with that, we are going to stop right there. This has been Doki-Doki Literature Club Part 1. We will be doing a Part 2. And maybe a Part 3, honestly, depending on how long this takes. It will save. I accidentally clicked one already, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, we're going to call it here. But what we're going to do, so the plan is going to be this. We are going to probably do some, we're definitely going to do some more streams. Probably do one tomorrow evening. We will probably play something that isn't this. Just take a break from this. Might play something like either Diablo, or we might play New World, or we might even play Minecraft. And actually Minecraft would be quite a good one to do, because it would be good to show everyone the server that I've been on now for the last year, so be giving you an insight into that. Yeah, okay, Minecraft seems to be the one everyone's kind of interested in. I'll see if I can get a friend of mine to play with me. See if I can get Discord connected, so there'll be like a two-way conversation. So it's not just me talking. There'll be someone else. But I don't really know. I don't really know how it all works. It'd be good to try and also get a camera, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that sorted by this week. So. But we'll look into it. But anyway, we'll do Minecraft tomorrow. And yeah, thank you. And we'll play the rest of this either. We might do it over the weekend, because what I'd like to do on like on the Friday or the Saturday, it'd be quite fun to do like a whole day thing. Where we can finish Doki-Doki Literature Club, and we can do other games. Well, I can show other games as well. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you for coming. I hope you all have a good tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy your evenings, and I'll catch you tomorrow for Minecraft. And yeah, see you later. Bye all. Good night all. Good night. Goodbye. Bye.